So this was the stealth campsite last night. Pretty interesting. Made a little fire pit. Well, made a fire pit a little bit bigger. And the shelter is back there a little bit, which is downhill to the shelter, and there's a road all the way down there where water is. So hopefully we got enough water. Won't have water for 6.5 miles. It's cold. It is very cold up here. We're at a elevation of 1,670 feet, somewhere around there. And for every 1,000 feet, the temperature goes down 3.3 degrees Fahrenheit. So, in the town of Fayetteville, it said that it was 50 degrees this morning when I woke up. And up here, that would make it about 45. So anyway, 45 with winds at 10 miles an hour. So it's pretty chilly, but we're up. It's 7:45, and got to see the sunrise this morning through the trees. It's a little orange. It was alright. We got to see a sunset through the trees as well. It's beginning to look a lot like fall. And man, as we get further south into higher mountains, it's gonna get colder. This is what the trail's been looking like a lot lately. Just the rocks here and there. Very smooth walking. It's been pretty chill. Nice trail. I can get over everything pretty easily. Had a small rock scramble yesterday and enjoyed it. And today, I don't know what the trail has in store, but it should be pretty good. Alright y'all, see you down the trail. Alright y'all, so I've been hiking along for probably over 3 miles. Been out here for over an hour now. This is because we're gonna be getting out of Pennsylvania here in a couple of hours. I will say this: the first half of Pennsylvania was somewhat enjoyable, but the terrain and the rocks, not enjoyable whatsoever. Don't be fooled. Alright, the words of caution though, for other hikers hiking this trail. People have their own perception. They have their own opinion, and they have their own look on life. And when they're describing the trail, I'd say take it lightly. When they're describing it, listen to what they have to say, because it is important. But when it comes down to details and for them describing where exactly stuff is, so what I'm trying to say is, northbounders, when we weren't in Pennsylvania yet or anywhere close, would tell us, oh, you know, if you think the rocks are bad now, wait until you get to Pennsylvania. And then we'd ask, well, when do they start and when do they end? You know, and that's hard for someone to say if they've, you know, not been in that state for a while. And when I mean a while, out here, a while is a couple of weeks ahead. You know, they've seen so many other different things, especially, you know, north and south. If someone came along and said, oh, how's the trail ahead of me? I couldn't tell them when the rocks started and ended or anything else. So what I'm trying to say is, listen to what they have to say. All right. If they tell you something is very important and they specifically remember where it is, then I would listen to that. But in Pennsylvania, I am in Pennsylvania right now, and about, I could pinpoint it almost 15 miles south of Duncannon. So right before you hit all of the fields, all right, the 14-mile section of fields, that's when the rocks start if you're going north, and that's where they end going south. The whole rest of the state, all right, the whole rest of the state is rocky terrain. Not saying that it was hard to, like, speed through it. It just took us a while because, well, it's rocky. Anyway, as you can tell, the nice terrain here is very flat. Not many rocks compared to other states that we've gone through. And it's been very enjoyable. This southern part of Pennsylvania, man, right after Duncannon, oh my goodness, it has given us a treat. It has been hot some days. Some days we've had weather like this where it's, I mean, my hand is freezing cold holding the phone now. It's probably low 50s still. But I will say, southern PA, man, that is a treat. Going through all these state parks and learning history about the Industrial Revolution and the furnaces in Pine Grove Furnace State Park and Boiling Springs. Oh man, it's seriously, it's been awesome. But I will leave you with that. We are almost out of PA. I think 10 miles. 10 miles. Should hit it by 1 or 2 p.m. And that is where we will cross into Maryland and have 40-ish or so miles. So I think, maybe 30, I can't remember, 38, 40, no, it's got to be 42 or so miles in Maryland. But we will enjoy it. I will enjoy it. Alright, well the Tumbling Run shelters are here. They have a clothesline, a bear hang, little holder thing, I don't know what they're called, flower pot in the middle of that table there, but there's the 2 shelters, and there's the spring down there, and then there's some tent sites over there which are pretty nice, and then there's the privy and the fire pit, and there's a fire pit back there. But anyway, group tenting is over here. But anyway, someone said that this is one of the best shelters on the AT. I think the one that I showed a couple days ago is the one. But anyway, I will see you down the trail. We're almost in a park, and we'll stop to get water. Since the Tumbling Run shelter, we have, let's see, we've gone to a park. I think it's the Pin Mar Park or something like that. There's another park we're going through in Maryland here in a little bit. But I'm in Pennsylvania now. And anyway, the park, you get to it, there's like this little water spigot off to the right, if you're going south, and the trail takes like a really sharp left, hiking south. But anyway, there's a picnic bench and 2 trash cans next to this like little wooden building where the water spigot is. But anyway, we went through that, past another shelter, like 0.1 out of the park. Then walked up a steep hill and got to the Deer Lick shelters. I think that's what the last 2 that we were at were called. Anyway, 2 shelters that could hold maybe 4 people, with 2 fire pits and a picnic table, with a spring that was uphill from the shelter and a privy that was on the other side of the AT. Anyway, just left those and walking down the trail. This is what it's looking like. We're about 3 miles. I would say 3 miles, or 3.5 miles from the Mason Dixon Line, which is the part of the boundary in between Maryland and Pennsylvania. But anyway, I've done like just over 10 miles, probably 10.5 now. But what reminded me earlier, as we left the park, we could hear gunshots, and hunting season has officially begun. And it is open season now. I have my, as I flip the camera around, I have my orange vest on, if you can see it. We were told we should probably get something orange to wear, just because since it is hunting season and we're walking through a whole bunch of state-owned lands for hunting, game lands, that we should probably have some orange on us. So I went and got like a $5 orange vest. These are the last steps in Pennsylvania, right here. Almost done with this, with the state. Coming up on the Mason Dixon Line. And there you go. There's some cool stuff to look at. But anyway, yeah, just walking almost there. But got myself a pizza that I've ordered, waiting for me at the park in point 2. There it is. Look at that. Well, not a pizza, stromboli. Yes, and it is waiting for me. So I will see y'all there. Alright, so I got a stromboli from Rocky's, right? And it's a large. And I didn't expect it to be this big. So they delivered it straight to the park. There's a wedding going on over there. But there's the park. And we got this huge stromboli we gotta eat, because I can't pack this thing out, it weighs too much. Seriously, that thing probably weighs like 5 pounds or more. Anyway, I will see y'all later. We're at Pinmar Park, and got the view. It's pretty awesome. This sign is really old. Let's just say that. It's about 190 miles off. But anyway, this is pretty awesome. This is right on the AT. And I can't get over it. It's really cool. Oh, by the way, I finished, well, we did not finish the stromboli because it was huge. There's going to be a picture of it at the end, I'm pretty sure. But it is huge. So that view is gorgeous. So beautiful. But anyway, gonna head down the trail that way, about a mile, and we're gonna set up camp for the night. Got a camel water too, so I got about a gallon, and it should be alright. Alright y'all, see ya.